Okay, here we go. Um, what is on the board? Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on here, so I need to really think about this. Courtyard. So first of all, we have shelters. Keep that in mind. There's this interacts with trashing things, and these can trash things. There's also knights. Courtyard is decent draw, but not so much for an engine. Um, Market Square is a very good defense against knights, and it probably fits pretty well with a lot of other decks we want to go for here. Um, I don't think I want to open with it. Okay, what's going on? We could go for Forager and Theodoms at some point. We can go for a Conspirator kind of deck, but that doesn't have any villages, and it's going to be a little bit hard to get enough cards because there's no draw other than Courtyard, and there's no villages. But you could go for Treasury, Market Square Conspirators. Treasury makes Market Square worse as a defense against knights. Let's keep that in mind, because you're going to have treasuries in your hand. I mean, you could just play it as a peddler and not return it, but you get Spice Merchant to trash stuff down. Market Square also has this interaction with Hovel. Probably Spice Merchant's a little better at the very beginning than Forager, but then Forager just gets better. I really want to make something with Conspirator work, but I think it's at least going to be somewhat mixed with the Market Squares and some kind of trashing. I think you need that to defend against knights. How good are knights against Market Squares? Let's play this to alleviate his confusion as to what I'm doing. Do we want Forager, Market Square, Silver? I think we're going to want to get Spice Merchant. And Forager. Then go into Market Squares. How well is that defended against knights? It's okay, but it's not great. So knights may also be a factor, possibly depending upon which knights. Which one is the? Is it Anna that's the action with one? It's one of the names. Molly. Oh, I think it's Molly. That one will be good because there's no source of actions. Think I want to go Forager. I can always get Theodom to trash some more stuff if I need to. And I'm going to go Spice Merchant. Yeah, so now I could turn this into a 4. Do I want to do that? He gets Conspirator already. I think that's going to be a little bit clunky. He's going to be out of treasures. A Spice Merchant will be bad, and then I guess he might be playing lots of Market Squares. It's also potentially vulnerable to knights. I can Forager a Hovel here to get up to 4, but what would I want to buy with 4? Theodom, maybe? Or maybe Sir Martin. But I don't think Sir Martin's going to be so great against him right yet, anyway. Maybe later on. And Theodom also seems a little bit early, so I think I'm going to keep this in reserve and get a Market Square. Could also get a Conspirator here with 1, 2, 3 cards to play in front of it. It won't be terrible anyway. We would be totally even if that comes through. but he would have... Well, I still have my Spice Merchant coming up because it missed the shuffle. I think I just want to go for more market squares, so... I guess there's also Necropolis to help conspirators, but I want to trash that pretty quick, so... Gaining gold just yet. And... Okay. One more market square. Yeah, I don't want too many foragers because I'm going to run out of fuel here. Could get silvers. It'll help power up my foragers later on. It'll give me some more money to do stuff too. I have no problem with having plus buys. I have plenty of them, so I think silver is the play. I already have two... Ooh, this is gross. I already have two market squares, including one that's going to be coming up here. This hovel is very get-riddable, as I'm going to have plenty of stuff to trash for my market squares all the time soon. Okay, so he's going for this. I think I just trashed the copper, activate here, and pick up a fiatum. I think fiatum is the right play to try to crack later on. And my treasure is getting good enough that I should be able to do some stuff soon. Market squares, yeah, I'm pretty happy with my decision not to get a third one. As they're not great to play for me, and reacting them is, well, it's soon going to not be very good, or reliable / good. Okay. Keep checking out what my opponent is doing, keeping focus. So I have a fiatum now that's worth 0 points. We've each trashed our Necropolis. He's trashed a hovel. I think he's trashed a little bit more than me. He goes for 5 and 3. So his conspirators are going to be getting off the ground pretty well here. And 7. I think I just buy a gold. I have a pretty strong mind to buy a state here. He has 8 again. He should either double Conspirator. Yeah, those extra market squares, that's not good. He has these treasuries all the time, so double Conspirator would have been fine, and he starts to build his deck. Or he could have even just provinced. I think I want to get this estate here so that I can react these, because this is probably not going to be a good hand based off of the 2 draws anyway. And now I can go for my green. I'm pretty thick on treasure. Forager is going to be my preferred 3 or 4, or, well, actually 4 might be Sir Martin. Yeah, 4 or 5 might be Sir Martin, because his deck is now pretty thick with cards he wants to play. He's trashed quite a bit. And it's not going to be having huge chances of getting those market squares in hand. Though he is getting a pretty powerful deck going here, it looks like. I definitely think he should start greening, because it's just time. He goes for treasury with it. I think I would have gone gold, but... There's only coppers there. He gets another province. I think I trashed the fiatum before I play Spice Merchant. And this is not a good draw. I could take points here. Fiefdom would currently be worth 1 to me. Duchy's worth 3, of course. I could take... a forager. I think I just got to take points. Duchy. And do I want to take estate? Nah, I can always pick one up later. Yeah, his deck's working out pretty well. Treasuries and conspirators. I suppose I underestimated the strength of that. It is a little bit clunky, but not clunky enough to be enough of a detriment. If it were a colony game, maybe. Gets rid of his spice merchant. 15 is going to be province and treasury, or province and conspirator and something. Conspirator, surely you're buying a province. Conspirator, no. Okay. This makes no sense to me. It's go time, man. It is go time. So this was an endgame mistake from my opponent, I think. Although he can probably double province pretty reliably. Probably, maybe it wasn't a mistake. Only 10 here. I guess he doesn't want to get his treasuries off, but he could probably triple province coming up. He's treasuries at the end of the shuffle. Okay, Market Square. What are my choices here? There's a chance he can triple province. He has 5 treasuries. He has 4 conspirators. That's 13 money, and he definitely has at least a couple golds. So that's 19 money. What did he play last turn? I think he still has a couple coppers. Forager, he's on the cusp. Maybe he can't quite triple province. He's very close. He can certainly double province. If he double provinces, does he just win? I don't really think that I can get enough duchies to come back off of that. Let's see. What are my options here? My options are province estate, duchy, or just province. I don't think province estate is good, because the second estate does me basically nothing, and I'm about to reshuffle. Province nothing loses to double province or not provincing next turn. Duchy probably loses to about anything, though I think I just need a single province here. I'm not in a good shape, but I think my best chance is to be able to province and then province again. And have him not double province here. Although there's a reasonable chance that he can province duchy, and I guess he needs a couple duchies, but yeah, so this is just one province, which he maybe can't even take. Yeah, so that's a good application of PPR here by him. I think I still need to just take the province here and hope that he can't province duchy, which doesn't look real likely, but I don't see much choice. Okay, he has to take a duchy again here. We're not playing with VP tracker on. I've had people do this a few times. I don't know if it's some kind of extension that it's not printing the message to me or something, that he can see it, or if he's just guessing. Here I can either forager the copper and buy duchy, or forager the estate and buy duchy estate. I guess really the question is, there's somewhat of a pile trashing issue, but I think it's more, do I want the copper in my deck or not? Or I guess just buy the duchy. I think I don't want the copper in my deck. I also don't think it's going to matter. We're going to buy duchy there. And I feel pretty bad about my chances. I continue to miss 8 here. He's going to have multi-buys and probably a big turn here. He's got to have some conspirators. Most likely. Nine, 10. If he can get to 12, he wins. Yup. So this is going to be Province Duchy Estate and a win by 3. Okay, so I clearly underestimated this conspirator plan, and probably could have gone for a little bit more trashing, as it turns out. Second forager at the right moment would have been perfectly fine. But anyway, thanks for watching.